Launchlabs, very interesting, very clean website. I checked it out pretty quickly, and I definitely have some questions. Do you want to give a 30,000 foot view really quickly, or would you like me to just sort of start jumping in with my assumptions about it, and then you can sort of correct and mold it from there? Your call.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I think that's a fun format to do it at. So,
Awesome.
if you can give me your view of it, then we can see if everything is clear. Maybe we
Yep.
give the right
Yeah, yeah,
view of
yeah.
everything, or maybe we give the wrong one.
Perfect. So I didn't do a deep dive on it, but I did check it out. And my initial uh, idea of it was that you basically have um, a lot of different ways to launch your NFTs right now. Magic Eden's having a lot of problems with their verification, and there's rugs and all this sort of thing. And you're sort of attacking a different angle. And if I'm correct, this could totally be wrong. So he's going to correct me if I'm wrong. But it's sort of like the open version where there's not, you guys aren't doing like a verification or a doxing. It's a completely open for anyone. If I wanted to launch an NFT tomorrow, I didn't have to go through any process. I could just use Launchlabs and make my custom mint page and go live without the hassle of, uh, you know, verifying with Monkey Labs or with Magic Eden or with Fractal, or these other companies have taken the approach of being a middleman essentially, or the arbiter of who's allowed to launch an NFT project, whereas you're saying, hey, we're the software and we are letting anyone launch. Is that sort of correct on first stab?
I do get that you get that idea,
Yep.
because basically we don't have on our first version of the website. We just launched this like 5 days ago.
Oh, nice. It looks
Or
great.
if it was 4 days ago. So this is the first version. We're actually remaking it
Okay.
in a more extensive way and a more advanced way. But basically, you're not really correct,
Okay.
because we also have a process where we vet the like all the projects when they apply to launch through our platform. We also vet them quite carefully
Okay.
to make sure that it's a product that we think is good, that makes sense, and also we require them to both KYC to us and
Okay.
docs to us.
Got
So
it.
this is privately to us, but it's in the case that, if it's a confirmed drug, then we have the information. We can actually give the information to the community. If it's an actual confirmed drug, like Balloon Seal was, the other
Gotcha.
day, then we would have sent that info to the community so people would know who it is. So we do have a process with that as well. However, when you're saying it's like our approach that is that we want to help everyone to launch their own NFT project, you're correct. Basically, we want to make it easier for people that don't have the developer power, or the knowledge themselves, or the funds maybe to hire a developer, but they have a good idea about an NFT product, or they're an artist or whatever, and they want to launch their own NFT collection. Then they can do it through our platform.
Gotcha. Interesting. And then I see, just to sort of jump around, I see that you guys have like the cards, the tier zero, the silver, the bronze, the gold, the platinum. Is that for revenue sharing, or is that for, I would get, if I hold that card, I would pay less fees if I decide to launch my project? I think it's
So
the
it's
first
both.
one. But okay, got you.
It's both. I can explain it. I'll try to explain it as simple as I can. We have
Totally.
like in our Discord, we have a channel called Profits, where we have two different examples basically to dish it out. But to explain it as simple as possible, we have three different tiers. First of all, the first aspect of it is, like you're saying, revenue share.
Hmm.
Tier one is they have their own kind of revenue pool. They have 30% of the full revenue pool. Then we have tier two that has 60% of the revenue pool that our holders share, but
Got it.
they're more hard since it's silver, gold, and platinum basically.
Yep.
And then we have tier three, which shares 10%, but it's less cards. So
Got it.
basically, the way people should view it in terms of revenue share is tier one. If you hold a tier one card, you get less per card than if you hold a tier two card, or if
Right.
you hold a tier two card, tier three card, you get even more. So that's revenue sharing aspect of it, and then we have the discount aspect of it. So our standard fees for projects launching through us is 20% of
Got it.
their minting proceeds. If the product owners decide to burn cards, burn passes, they
Mm-hmm.
can get different discounts. So from tier one, they get 3.3% off of the 20% per burnt card, stacking up to 3 times. So they can burn 3 cards basically to get 10% off,
Got you.
since 3.33 times 3 is 10. If they burn a tier two card, they get 5% off. If
Okay.
they burn it twice, they get 10%. And
Got
then
it.
if they burn a tier three card, it's 10% straight up. So basically, it's two different aspects of the tiers. One is the revenue share, where you get more rev share based on what tier you have, and then for the discounts, you get either 3.3, 5, or 10% discount per burnt card, and you can get a maximum of 10% discount, if that makes any sense.
Got it.
I know
Yep.
it sounds kind of complicated,
No, no,
but
no. It definitely does.
yeah.
It makes a lot of sense. And then this monthly payout, is that hard coded in here, or is that based on if you guys are doing 50 projects a month? Because I see it
Yeah.
says like tier two is 17 SOL a month. Is that actually what's happening now, or is that an example of what it could be? How does that work?
It's an example. So like you say, if you see the text above here, if you scroll up a little bit more,
Got you.
like just slightly more, it says the below. Sorry, in that blue
Got it. Got it. I see it.
thing, it says it's a sample basically based on if we have this and this amount of
Got it. Okay. That makes sense.
projects selling this amount of salt. So it's all based on how much revenue do we generate.
Totally.
If we generate double the amount of that, then it's double. If we generate less, then it's less.
That makes sense. Awesome. And then are you guys, there's a couple questions in the chat. Have you guys launched yet? In terms of these NFTs, like can I go buy a bronze on Magic Eden right now, or is it coming up?
Yeah. No, so we minted. So basically, we have a total supply of 2,000.
Got it.
We had, I would say, I think anyone that was in our Discord in the days leading up to the mint agrees. We had extreme FUD around the project.
Mm.
The days leading up to the mint, where I don't even want to spend time on it basically, but to
Yeah, no
explain
need.
it, we had one guy with 80 followers that got, I don't know why, but he got obsessed about spreading FUD about the product. He spread FUD about us collaborating with blue chip DAOs and everything
Mm.
that you can possibly think of. He tried to spin it into something negative. So that affected the amount of people that minted. So we minted out 655 out of the 2,000
Got it.
that they're currently available now on Magic Eden. So for us, the way we view it is, this isn't something that's going to be negative for us in the long term. Quite the opposite, is something going to be positive, because all of the current holders, they don't share with the 2,000 that's going to be the total supply. They only share with 655. So right now our plan is to, for the next 4 to 6 weeks, deliver projects, launch projects, generate revenue for our current holders, and deliver a lot per pass that they hold, since they're only sharing with 655. And then we're going to pick up the minting again, so we get to the total supply of 2,000. Since we're
Gotcha.
deflationary and projects can burn passes, we can't really have 655 as a total supply long term, because it's gonna, we're gonna run out of passes
Mm.
eventually.
Right,
So
right.
we need to get to the 2,000 at some point. But right now, 4 to 6 weeks from now, we're going to be just generating revenue, paying out a lot of revenue to our holders, and then open up the minting again. But we're available on Magic Eden.
Gotcha. So you can go buy it now on Magic Eden. When did have you guys launched? Has a project launched on Launchlabs yet, or is that upcoming? And if so, when is that gonna happen?
So we did our first kind of very early test of our platform, where we did the mint for a project called Shiba Collection that you can see
Okay.
on our website.
Yeah, yeah, I saw it in the
Just to
FAQ.
test that everything, yeah, just to test that everything worked and everything. So, but that was like in December,
Okay.
so that was super long ago. So we launched, I think it was 4 or 5 days ago. It's been hectic days. I'm not even keeping track at this point, but uh, we have a different way of we have a special way of announcing projects where we announce it together with the projects in order to get as much effect as possible for them in terms of exposure, and also for ourselves, so that we get as much effect as possible in the way we view it. We announced the first project yesterday. That's going to be on the 17th. We have a launch that's upcoming that's probably going to be on the 14th,
Okay.
but it's not announced yet simply because the project isn't ready. They have
Right.
a couple of things more that they need to get in place before they're ready to announce. And then we have a lot more that's coming, that's done deals, and then we have a lot more that we're talking to as well. So we're going to be announcing project after project continuously, as long as whenever the projects are ready and we think it's a good time to announce it, then we're going to announce it basically.
Awesome. That makes sense. Let me check this chat, see what you guys have going on here. Um, Someone was talking about Rad Rugs and if you guys have been audited by them and or if you're looking to partner with them. And those are two different questions, but that was just something that came up in the chat.
Yeah, that makes sense to talk about both at the same time. So, we got audited by Radrox, and it was actually quite funny. I need to go back to that FUD thing because
Mm.
it actually affected our Radrox score, which is absolutely insane in my mind. So, initially, our Radrox score was 100 out of 100 with zero flags, zero red flags or anything.
Okay.
And then this guy that I told you about that kind of was obsessed about spreading FUD, he spammed them, like literally spammed them in their DMs nonstop about this and that and whatever. So their auditor kind of panicked,
Mm.
added two red flags to our Radar score, drag it down to 84 out of 100.
Mm.
And I was like, the explanation was there's a lot of FUD about the project. I was like, what? How can that affect the score about what you think about the project?
Right.
So I DM'd their CEO. I was like, what are you guys doing? And they were silent for like 5-10 minutes, and then they removed the flags, and it was just a back and forth, and but yeah,
Right.
so we got audited by them. We have 84 of 100. We got really really high scores. You can if you have a Radrugs NFT, you can see the full audit. If you don't have it, you can go to our announcement and scroll up, since we have posted the full audit there with all the scores and everything,
Mm.
so you can see that. To the partner question, we are looking to partner with them. We have been in talks with them ever since we launched, so for 5 days or something
Mm-hmm.
at this point, about the partnership. And it's looking like we're going to be offering all of our products that launch through us a free audit through them, because we think it's
Got it.
important that both when it comes to the KYC and the doxing and the vetting, it's also important to have as many projects as possible audited, because
Right.
if we can do that, if Magic Eden does that, the Monkey Labs does that, and all other launchpads does that, then it's going to bring more security and safety to the space in general, which we
Definitely.
think is very important.
Very needed. Yeah, because we're getting a lot of. I mean, I think that is probably priority number one right now is the just the problem that happens when there's a lot of rugs is it injects like this overall fear into everything, which is not good for any of the projects or any of the launch pads that exist. I mean, if we could get rid of the rug issue, all of the businesses will be more profitable and be able to launch more. So I think it's like a ecosystem wide thing that needs to be solved for sure.
100%, 100% agree with you. And I think it's, rugs have always been around. It's not like it's something, a new phenomenon, and,
Right.
and now people are realizing it. It's always been there. It's just that this whole Balloonsville story, it got so much spread because of the way they did it afterwards and everything, and how much they bashed on Magic Eden and
Yeah,
the
they did
effect
it.
that
They were
it
evil
had.
with it.
Yeah, they were, but at the same time, it's dragged a lot of attention towards the rugging and towards the safety of the space, which, it's a silver lining kind of thing where that's a good thing that's come out of it, even though I don't agree with them in any form or any way, because in the end, if they actually only wanted to bring up that topic, they could have just refunded everyone, right? But
Right.
obviously, they wanted to
They
rug
kept
people,
the
so
money. Right.
yeah, yeah, of course. So I mean, but overall, I think it's a good thing that the space is getting safer and safer, and if we all work together towards that, then we can have a space where it's less rugs. With that said, there's never going to be no rugs. Like there's going to be rugs. Whatever Magic Eden does now, they're relooking at what they can do and their processes and everything. Whatever they decide to do and however they decide to launch in the future, however we do it with our process, however Monkey Labs does it or anyone else, there's always going to be rugs regardless.
Right.
Because you can always fake everything. You can fake, you can buy a fake ID and then pretend that you're this and this guy. You can
Exactly.
fake bank
It's just how
transactions,
many
everything.
hurdles do we put in between
Yeah, exactly.
that to make it so? I mean, if someone's that determined, yeah, they can go, go to
They
great
can do it
lengths. Yeah.
anyways, but as long as we do whatever we can, I mean, in the end, we're a launchpad, right? Like we exist to help project owners if they need help with generating images and generating their NFTs. We do that. If they need help on with the minting, we do that.
Right.
But like that's kind of what we do, and then we're doing our best to take as many steps as possible to make it as safe as possible. But in the end, people are still responsible for what do you mint. And
Yep.
always when you mint something, you do it at a stage where the product doesn't exist. So there's always going to be a risk. That's why you get in at a cheap price, right? So
Right.
it's always going
Exactly.
to be there, but we can do our best to make it as small of a problem as possible.
Awesome. And then just a couple questions on my end about the product because I'm looking at sort of like the three steps. So essentially, you would upload your layers if it's like a generative project or depending on exactly what type of project it is. You upload your layers, then you guys would generate a minting page with a countdown and all that stuff. And then uh, at whatever time after you guys verify the project and allow them to launch on your platform, um, the mint happens on, I'm assuming like project name dot launchlabs dot app. Is that how it would go, or is it on their own?
Pretty
Got
much,
you.
yeah. So it's basically like you're saying, like the generative images step is basically an option. All projects doesn't need that because some projects are, they might be hand drawn, they might have all of that in,
Right.
like they might have all the metadata, the JSON and everything. It's just an option that if they need it, we can help them with that. And then we talk to the project and we decide, what can, like how they want the mint site to look and how they want the mint to happen. Some just want a public mint, some wants, a mint of this and this amount of whitelist with a token, whatever it is. We tailor it to their needs and
Got it. So it's a
their
boutique approach where it's like you guys will help uh, each project manually and make sure it's customized to their specific preferences, and you're there to basically help them make the launch of their dreams, essentially.
Yes, exactly. Like whatever preferences they have or needs they have, we can tailor it to those needs, and then we set it up. They get their own custom mint page. We set up the launch date and everything, and we announce it together with them, and that's it.
Awesome. And then is there a demo video? The chat keeps saying show us the demo video. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, yeah. There is. Are
Where
you
do I?
on our Twitter?
Yeah, I can jump into Twitter.
So there's a demo video of
Oh,
basically
right
how
there.
the yeah, it's pinned, so you can just look through
Gotcha.
that.
All right, sweet. It's on now. I guess I can just sort of talk through this. Okay, nice. So you guys have, and you said you were updating the product. Is that correct? Because this looks nice.
Um, so we're not updating the product itself; we're updating the website
Got you. Okay, to
to be
reflect
more,
exactly.
yeah, to have everything with all of the vetting process, like everything that we've added since we launched or since
Gotcha.
before we launched, uh, and also an update on the design and we have some 3D visuals and stuff. But yeah, this is basically a video that shows just the process that's
Got
gonna
you.
be for
It
the
looks yeah,
product
it looks
owner.
pretty straightforward. If you're a NFT developer and you have all the assets, this looks like a pretty cool tool to get it up and running. Essentially, you can put in your royalty split. Is there a, I guess this is another question, is other than the initial launch fee, is there an ongoing royalty fee for launching through you guys?
Yeah, so the standard is that we take 10% of their royalties. So let's say that
Got
they
it.
have 5% of aftermarket royalties.
Then you're
Then
taking
we take
point oh
zero point
oh
0.5
oh yeah, gotcha.
and they keep 4.5, right? So we're taking 10% of that. That's the standard
Gotcha.
that we take.
Yep.
And then from all of our revenues that we get, we share 60% with our holders, which is
Got
the
it.
highest in the market right now.
Sweet. I love it. I think it's super interesting what you guys are building. And
Yeah.
then when
Did
you
you like the sorry, did you like the steps and everything
oh
with
yeah, yeah, yeah.
the
No,
platform?
it looks really straightforward. It's not confusing at all. Especially if you know what you're doing, you can sort of definitely make your way through that process. It might be something that maybe I'll do it on stream. Um,
That'd be cool.
and just sort of like
Yeah.
tomorrow or whatever, I can sort of poke around and pretend to be a user. So, okay, I guess here's a question. Can I poke around on the app before I've been verified with you guys, or do I need to get verified, send you my ID and all that stuff, and then I get access to your software?
So right now, the software itself is in a closed beta stage.
Okay,
So like what you're seeing here is how it works and everything, but it's in a closed beta stage. So right now, the way we're approaching it right now with the launches that we're doing and the upcoming launches is basically we're just talking to them and doing it for them.
sweet.
So we're
Oh,
doing
okay,
all the
cool.
steps for them.
Got it.
But basically the way we've done it is like talking about the UI and everything. We know that UI and UX is everything when it comes to you like how you're using platforms and mainly making sure that anyone can use a platform regardless of their technical knowledge or whatever.
Right.
That's why we wanted to make it as clean as possible and scale off everything when it comes to the visuals of the platform.
Love it. And then one last question from the chat. They said, when will it be open to use for the public?
Well, as soon as we're ready with it, right?
Got
Like
it.
it's in a closed beta. Like I said, where we have a couple of beta testers that's testing different things, and then we're tweaking this and tweaking that, and it's small details. As soon as those are ready, then it's going to be open for anyone to go in and poke around. However, we haven't really decided if we're just going to let anyone poke around and do whatever, because then they're going we're going to have a bunch of people just
Right.
sending nonsense, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that
That
makes
doesn't
sense.
make any sense at all. So we might just do it so that it's after an application, someone has applied, and then we've agreed with them. Then maybe we'll do it that way instead.
Gotcha. Awesome. So, guys in the chat, if you want to win this little giveaway, go to this tweet and retweet it and tag two friends, and also follow Launchlabs. And then if you have more questions, or if you're actually launching an NFT yourself, because I know a couple of the people in our Discord and the chat are having upcoming projects, and they keep hitting me up about giving out whitelists. You guys should consider doing it on Launchlabs and hit them up. Where's the best place to hit you up? On Discord, or is there a like a Google form that they should fill
Yeah.
out?
So if you could open our Discord, maybe you can show people.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
if you can open our Discord and you can go down to, we have a section that's called collection owners. So if you go to that section, you see that there's a channel called Launch Applications.
let me
Uh,
see.
so let's see if you can get there.
Do I need to? I might need to verify.
No, there you are. Just in between the verify and where you are now. It says
Oh,
launch
collection owners,
application.
launch application.
Yeah, yeah,
Boom.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So there's a form there that people go through, and then they explain, what needs they have, where they are in their process, and what their idea is, and how many they want to mint, and what mint date, and everything. And then from there, we either contact them or they contact us, and we take up a chat and vet the project and everything.
Awesome. I love it. So, guys, if you have a project that you want to launch, or you're thinking about launching a project, head over to their Discord, go to the collection owners section, and hit the launch applications thing. And you will be able to send them a type form that gets you started on the process. And then you guys will link up and go from there.
Exactly. And I also want to add, actually, when it
Yep.
comes to the status that we're in right now, circling back to what I said, where it's not negative for us that we only minted 655 out of 2000. This means actually, like, if you think about it, for our holders, the people that actually own the passes, they get, on average, we have tiered payouts, right? But on
Mm-hmm.
average, they get 0.091% of all the total revenue right now, and
Mm.
that's based on 60% going off, and then split in 655. If we look at when we're fully minted, that number is going to be 0.03. So it's 3 times as high per pass right now, the
Oh,
payouts.
interesting.
And it's going to be that way for 4 to 6 weeks now, because as soon as we didn't mint out, basically what we decided that we're going to do is, okay, from now we're just going to focus on, who cares about the FUD that's been whatever it is. We're just going to focus on delivering results, delivering good projects, launching good projects, and delivering revenue for our current early holders. That's why we're not doing a new mint in like a week. We want to deliver results now for 4 to 6 weeks. So those that own the passes right now make a lot of money. And then after the first payout, then we open a mint, and then from there we can get some new holders in. So that's a really good upside of everyone that's actually owning our passes right now.
Yeah, a little extra incentive. I love that.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, this is the 3D video
Yeah,
fusions
yeah.
that we're
I've been
doing
having
on
it
the
play.
website.
Looks super awesome.
Yeah, we like it. We like it. Someone is asking about the black tier. I can just explain it really quickly.
Yeah, 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 go for it.
Basically, we have, so the Solana ones is the T3 ones. What we said in the mint was that there was going to be 140 in total. That splits the tier 3 pool. That number is actually 135, and 5 of those is black cards. These black cards splits that tier 3 revenue pool, but on top of that, they also get 0.1% of the total revenue on their own, like per individual
Oh,
black
wow.
card added on top. So the more revenue we make, the more extra they make as well. So the black cards is by far the best ones.
Gotcha.
Right
Awesome.
now, there's only been 2 minted. So in the rest of the mint, there's 3 left to be minted when we open the mint up.
Very cool. Hopefully I get that one when you guys do mint the next mint.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see. One guy that minted one of them, he only minted 2, and he didn't even realize it was like what it was, because it doesn't exist on our website even.
Oh, wow. He
We
was like,
just
what
added it
happened?
as yeah, he was like, he tried to sell it because he
Oh,
didn't
wow.
realize what it was. And then someone in the Discord said, "What are you doing?" Then he
You
tried
got
to
to
sell it for like
snipe that on
15
Magic
dollars.
Eden. If someone lists the black one, they don't know what they're doing. Get that. That'll be a big win for someone.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All
Well, is
right.
there anything else, or I think we sort of nailed it, and I got all um, the questions from the chat, and so we can just go ahead and pick the winner, unless there's anything else you wanted to go over.
No, for sure, for sure. First of all, I appreciate all the time and like that you're taking out of your day and everything, and everyone that's listening and all of the questions and everything. It's been great. Also, if there's more questions that maybe you guys asked and we didn't pick them up or whatever, or see them, just go to our Discord. We have a chat called Visitors Chat where you can hang out, ask questions, talk to the community, see what they think or whatever it is, and yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Yeah. So, guys, if you have any questions or you're launching a project, head over to their Discord and join their community. Super cool. Thanks for taking the time, man. Excited about the
Yeah,
project.
thanks to you. Thanks to you. I'll see you
Awesome.
guys around. Okay.
Yes, indeed. And when you guys have new updates, hit me up and we'll have you back on and we'll show it off.
Definitely will. Definitely will. Okay, man.
Beautiful. Awesome. Talk
Appreciate the
soon.
time.
Yep. Later.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.